Hey guys, so this is going to be a fun video because I had the most amazing situation happen to me. It's just a reflection of me, but it's a reflection of the bigness of who I am, and it just kind of threw me for a loop, so I can't wait to play with it with you guys. So first things first, we're outside and you get to see me. Yay! The second thing is I am surrounded by lots of melting snow, so there's going to be that noise. Drip, drip, drips. Third, the wind chime above me is going to make a lot of noise too. The other thing is, look at the snow. Look at, okay, that seems like a lot, right? Yeah, and there's my little path I keep carving out. I'm so proud of that path. The other thing is, look at this mountain of snow. And we're almost in April. Now, if I was living somewhere like Canada or whatever, okay, this wouldn't be a big deal. But I'm in Southern California, so this is a big deal. Oh, so pretty. I love the wind chime. Okay, so let me tell you guys what happened. So I reached out to a very famous person. Let's call this person Tom. I can't say the name, but you know who it is. You do. And Tom wrote a very famous book, an extremely famous book, long time ago, probably about 30 years ago, maybe more. And the coolest thing I've always loved about this book is that it doesn't matter what spiritual denomination or non at all you're in. This book is just delightful for everybody. If you're duality, non-duality, Christian, law of attraction, law of assumption, just spiritual, whatever. All the above, every theology you can come up with. This book, everybody loves this book. So I was very excited to have this person on my podcast. When I received the letter from them yesterday saying, yes, he would be delighted to be on your podcast. I was like, awesome. So we set up a date. And this morning I get an email from them saying, this is the e-manuscript of his new book that's just came out. And these are the questions we want that he likes to be asked. And I read the questions and I started reading the book. I wasn't a page into the book and I shut it and went, what is this shit? This is not the same person. This person is interacting with fear enormously, and each question was fear-based. Each question they wanted me to talk with him about was fear-based, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this podcast. This is not me. And I started rationalizing. How could I do this podcast? Because strategically, from a business standpoint, having this person, having Tom on my podcast would have been smart. Would have been very smart. It probably would have launched my podcast into the stratosphere. And so here was the conundrum for me. Now, you guys know me. I always say, number one, it's never bigger than you. Nothing's bigger than you. Number two, if it's not a hell yes, it's a what? Yeah, right? Hell no. Because there's no such thing as a hell maybe. And I was stuck in a hell maybe. And all a hell maybe is a hell no in disguise. Is a hell no you're fighting against. You're trying to rationalize. And that's what I was doing. And I was doing it all day. Until I realized what I was doing. And I just went, because I literally asked myself, I was like, okay, if everything was in line how I wanted it to be. My podcast, everything was in line how I wanted it to be. Would I say yes to having this person on my podcast? And the answer was a hell no. Fuck no. And so there's my answer. So, and then I realized the minute I gave myself that permission, I felt so much better. Oh my God, I felt so much better. But the cool thing is I had to move into that decision to feel better. Saying yes wouldn't have been fun. I would have been all the way up until we had the podcast. I would have been analyzing and rationalizing and trying to figure out how to do this, and it wouldn't have been simple, it wouldn't have been easy, and it wouldn't have been fun because I'm letting this person be a lot bigger than me, right? And so here's the other amazing thing that happened. So yesterday I was leaving a message on a friend's machine, and I was talking about this powerful aha I had in the moment, which is, which is when we allow something to be bigger than us, we will show ourselves this thing isn't bigger than us, but in a difficult way, because we're fighting with ourselves, right? We're sitting here going, and the coolest thing I realize is that when I'm rationalizing, and that's the only bottom fucking line here. You know, when I get passionate like that, I'm talking to me. When I'm rationalizing, that's me stepping out of my bigness. That's me playing small. Bottom line. Anytime we motherfucking rationalize, we are playing small, which is totally there for us to play with. But do you want to? No. Because the minute we step into our bigness, back into our bigness, holy shit, the things that start happening effortlessly. And I mean your manifestations, the things you want, the things you desire, when you hold solid to the God you are, not the God you hope to be, not the God you're going to be someday, not that rationalization bullshit, but the God you are now. You literally are telling the universe, yeah, no, babe, that was not what I ordered. That was not it. Take it back. Let's do it again. And see, the thing is, and this is so powerful, guys. A friend of mine, I was telling her about this. She goes, ooh, that sounds a lot like ego, Kristen. And you guys know me and ego. I love ego. I adore ego because ego is your God self. Ego is the part of you that says, no, I will not settle for less than. And when we try to rationalize, that's a motherfucking cop-out. It is just a cop-out of, this is just so big for me. And I've said this before. I've talked about this before, but it's hitting bigger than it's ever hit before for me. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm really having a good time. And you never have to settle, right? Settling is a cop-out. Settling is playing small. And then trying to come at this from any other angle, such as a rationalization that, ooh, I think this is a ego or whatever. It's like, damn right it's ego. Call it ego. Call it God. Call it whatever you want. Narcissism. I don't give a flying fuck. It's me in my bigness and understanding that nothing, no thing is bigger than you, bigger than me. I am the God of my reality. So you've heard me say you can't be less of a God, but let's go bigger than that and say you can't be less of you, right? Think about it. Can you ever be less you? Say your name. What's your name? Yeah. And can you ever be less of, say your name? No. You're you. No matter who you are, no matter what you're playing, no matter where you're vibrating, no matter how much you're rationalizing, no matter what game you're playing in, you're never less you. Your you-ness doesn't fade, doesn't get smaller. You can say that we're playing in smallness, yes, right? But you're not, because you're never less of you. But the coolest thing for me right now is this. this powerful lesson I gave myself today and yesterday. Wow. Just wow. It's exciting, it's fun, it's powerful. And when I really stepped into going, yeah, no. I heard the rationalizations going on in my mind for hours, flipping hours. And when I saw it and I went, oh, hello. See, guys, the you, the God you, does not play. It's either a hell yes or a hell no. It's that clear. Because you can't be any less of a God. You can't be any less of you. And you, to say that you could be less of you is to play in the hell maybes, right? That's a whole nother video. We won't go down that rabbit hole. This was enough of a rabbit hole. But it was fun. And do me a favor. Let me know what you got out of this video. Did it make sense to you at all? Or is it only making sense in my head? Oh, God, it's beautiful out right now. Sunshine on my shoulder. Oh, I love the sun. Have a great day, guys.